Thank you for watching WISD TV and welcome to the newly renovated Tennyson Middle School. My name is Dale Caffey. It's time for a construction update. I'm with Carrie Ranney of PBK Architects. And Carrie, what a remarkable change has happened here at Tennyson, and it begins right here in the front with this stately new entrance. Let's talk a little bit about the renovations at Tennyson Middle School.
It certainly doesn't look like the campus it was about a year ago. It has undergone some significant renovations here at the front and around the back of the campus. And what's great is we were able to make some great improvements throughout different areas of the campus. And I think the most iconic change that people are noticing as they come by the campus is the new front door. We were able to accomplish a new front door that is a really great way for visitors to see the campus and to be able to find exactly where they need to go. Those who come here every day know where the front door is, but even those who have never been to this campus before know exactly where to go, and we think that's really important for school security.
And of course, previously, the Tennyson Middle School insignia was sort of hidden on the bricks of the old school, and it was really hard to see, didn't look very good, and boy, this really dresses up the place.
The prominent entry really does help to identify which campus you're at and where the front door is. And what's great is, as a part of this new feature with the front door, we were able to include additional aspects of security at the front door that did not exist at the original school.
We're going to explore that in just a moment. Let's talk about some of the other things that happened here along with the front entrance.
Well, we renovated and upgraded some science labs and did a science lab addition and renovated the existing science labs to be classrooms to support those science labs. We also added an elevator for access to the second story of the campus for accessibility. And then we also added a new library to help serve the increased student population.
Wonderful. Well, let's walk inside and see some of these outstanding changes.
Sounds great.
Well, Carrie, here we are in the main entrance, the renovated main entrance. And the first thing we're going to note is as we come in the doors, there's another set of double doors here, but they are locked.
That's right. What we actually did is provided a secured vestibule in this new front entrance so that all visitors are required to check in at the front office and sign in with an adult before they can get on campus.
Now, it's my understanding from the principal that these doors are actually unlocked to begin the school day, and then of course when exiting at the end of the school day, the students come back through these doors, but at about 8:30, 8:45, he locks these doors, and of course then everybody has to filter through the front office. And this is the way that schools used to not be built, but must be built nowadays.
That's correct. That's correct. And we don't want to impede the student traffic in the mornings and in the afternoons as folks are coming onto and leaving campus. But we certainly want to make sure that the campus is secure throughout the school day.
And let's talk a little bit about the way it was before this was the case and this new entryway was here. You could walk in the front doors of Tennyson, the old Tennyson, take a left turn and totally avoid the front office.
That's right. There were actually two sets of doors that you could enter into the old campus, and there were opportunities for visitors to come on campus and not have to check in with an adult before they were able to get further into the campus. So we wanted to make sure that we addressed that during these renovations.
Right. Adults must sign in. We must sign in. Carrie has to sign in.
Right.
So let's go in the office, sign in, and make our way to one of those new science labs.
That sounds great.
Okay. Well, Carrie, we've signed in at the front office. We have our nice bright yellow tags that says we are visitors and we can be here. And here we are in a brand new science lab at Tennyson Middle School. This was really the focus of the improvements for the 2008 bond referendum when we talked about Tennyson and some of the other middle schools.
That's right. There were a few components that we addressed at this campus, but the focus of the improvements for this campus were the science labs. And when we got to looking at the existing conditions, we knew that the renovations appropriate would actually result in an addition. So we took the existing science labs and converted them into traditional classrooms to serve what are now 3 brand new science labs.
3 brand new science labs, and you mentioned the old science labs were sort of incorporated in the old style classroom, and really they weren't much of modern day science labs, to say the least.
They were certainly missing some critical components that are needed in order to serve the current curriculum for science in the middle school level.
No doubt about it. Of course, middle school science, very, very important all over the state, here in Waco ISD in particular. And one of our older science students, I believe, has joined us here. This is actually Keith Hanna, and he is the principal of Tennyson Middle School. And Keith, you have to be ecstatic with the new facilities here, particularly where you're standing right now as you're taking a look and reviewing, I guess, what was actually in the last class period that was here, dissection.
Yes, sir. We're very excited to have the new science labs. Really has brought us up to today's modern world. Yes, I was just finishing up a classroom observation, watching some students do some dissections. It's very important that in our curriculum that our kids are given those opportunities to have hands-on experiments. So we are ecstatic to have the 3 new science labs here at Tennyson Middle School.
And on top of that, what it means as far as science learning and ultimately the assessments that these kids have to take, having had the hands-on experiences helps so much when they take that assessment exam.
Oh, yes, sir. The STAR has really taken the state assessment to the next level. A lot of application, high rigor, and stuff that the textbook, things that they would do in the regular classroom cannot be accomplished. So the labs give those students an opportunity to actually apply some of the concepts they're learning in the class by doing hands-on experiments.
I'm going to talk to you also about the new check-in procedure here and the new entrance to the school. Number one, it's really dressed up the building a lot, but number two, and most importantly to you, it's improved security.
Oh, yes, sir. First of all, again, the first thing when you come into the parking lot at Tennyson Middle School, you see a great new facade out front. We're very proud of that. And then secondly, but more importantly, is the new secure entrance. Before we start talking about state assessments, our number one priority to our students and our parents is to provide a safe learning environment. And we feel like our new entrance has really accomplished that. And we've gotten several compliments from parents, visitors, delivery men, how secure our front office area is. So we're very proud of that.
Great. I know that you're very proud of the facility, the new facilities, and I know that you probably have things to do, so I want to keep you very long, but any final thoughts on just the new renovations here?
We're just very thankful for the support of Dr. Kane and the community to allow us to improve our school here, and we're going to put it to great use, and we look forward to seeing great results on the upcoming STAR exams.
All right, great. Keith Hanna, the principal here at Tennyson Middle School. Now back to Carrie. And Carrie, let's talk a little bit about the other things that we're about to take a look at. And number one is we're going to head from here to the elevator. Talk about how that came about.
Well, the district underwent a review of accessibility and needed to address some issues on multiple campuses, and one of those that was noted was an elevator at Tennyson. There is a 2-story wing on this campus, and so now with the renovations and additions that we've just completed, there is now an elevator here on campus to access that 2nd floor.
Great. Carrie and I will make our way to the new elevator, and also we'll eventually look at a brand new library. Okay, a brand new elevator here at Tennyson, and this was not here before, even though the school did have a 2-story wing. Talk about some of the challenges in putting an elevator in a building that never had one before.
Well, we had to certainly look at where the 2nd story was. There are actually 2 classroom wings here on campus, but only one of them is 2 stories. So we needed to make sure that we placed the elevator so that it could properly serve the 2 floors with minimal impact to the existing facility. So what you see when you drive by is the new prominent front entrance, but you also see what is now the 2-story vestibule area and elevator shaft for that 2-story classroom wing.
Very nice. From here, we're going to go to the brand new library. I know that's something that Keith Hanna and the folks here at Tennyson are very proud of.
It sure is.
Carrie, here we are now on our last stop on our tour of the new facilities here at Tennyson. This is the brand new library. It's beautiful. It's more spacious, certainly, than the old one. And it's important to note, I guess, that these renovations that have happened here at Tennyson Middle School have happened at various locations around the campus. Talk about that.
That's right. We did do the science lab additions and the renovations to the existing science labs, which is in the back corner in the 1-story classroom wing located in the back of the campus. And then we did the elevator addition, which was in the front of the campus, adjacent to the 2-story classroom wing. And then we've also done the library and the front entrance, and they're in close proximity to each other, but we've really done 3 major additions to the campus in 3 different locations. And that came about because we needed to make sure that logistically the campus was organized in a way that worked for the campus. And so those additions were put in the places that best suited their needs.
Of course, I can't tell you how much change the librarian should expect. She'll finally have a nice space to check out books, a nice space to store books. What a difference this facility is from the old one that was here at Tennyson.
That's right. It's certainly much larger to serve a larger student population here on campus, but it's also not on the interior of the facility. It's on the exterior, so there is quite a bit of natural light here in the space, and it really will serve as an academic hub here on campus.
And of course for after-hours meetings, one that is right near the front door, and so people don't have to walk all around the campus, try to find a meeting. They know exactly where it is, and you can close off the nighttime accessibility to other parts of the campus.
That's right. Being able to share the facility with the community is important to the district, and so being able to lay out a space like this to be easily used by the campus after hours is important.
It's also important to point out, I think, Carrie, that the old library now will be put to great use because we now have Atlas Academy on this campus. It's a new middle school GT program, and we need more space for classrooms. So talk about the old library and what it will become.
That's right. The existing library will be converted into additional instructional spaces. So we will see 2 more classrooms and some support spaces to serve those classrooms. That's what the old library will become.
Carrie Ranney of PBK Architects, as always, I appreciate your time and wonderful work at PBK. And once again, this has been a construction update at Tennyson Middle School. My name is Dale Caffey. We'll see you next time.